It's hard to envision it, living in an age with no perpetual imprisonment, a modern day place where the cultural norm is not to hold you captive in the physical form. I was brought into a life of poverty and struggle, a lost little homie getting in and out of trouble at a very young age. I sacrificed who I should have been, and now I'll never know about the man that I could have been. And looking back now, I ask the man in the mirror, was it all worth it now that death is getting nearer? I contemplate about the many things that I did from the first day of school. I was different than the other kids, just a little poorer, just a little rawer, a little more used to having death around the corner.
Being an immigrant and living in a shadow means that you're always constantly hiding or scared to be out in the world or to even be out with your friends or have a normal life.
All my friends and all my family's here, so for me to be able to get deported, it's like, what am I gonna do out there? And then
I go outside the street and I don't know if I'm gonna get stopped or not, or my family members are fine or not. Like, it's hunting season, and I'm the rebel.
That's the power of a rebel, to start a revolution, to topple down the system and crush the institution.
It's always the reflection of the light, and that reflection of the light is the support of the community that we have, or the people that are like, they protest, and the people that are in the streets, people that they see something is wrong and they fight for all of us. I cannot protest, and that makes me feel in the shadows.
The main people that give me hope are my children, because I'm here for them and I know that they're gonna be here for me. And no matter what happens, like, I already prepared them to deal with things, and I told them, you have each other and you're gonna be okay.
Hizo trucha con la lana de los reyes, porque ahora sí va a haber un desmadre por tenernos muertos de hambre aquí. Repping for my people here at home and all across the seas, fighting for survival. Shit, it's vital that you all succeed. Then maybe we could finally see the culmination of a noble dream that never came to be. I have a dream that maybe someday we could live as equals, and furthermore the good will prosper over fucking evil. Instead they make it for themselves and just say fuck the people.
My name is Leo Adorno with Movimiento Cosecha. We're a movement fighting for dignity, respect, and permanent protection for all undocumented people across the United States. As a son of undocumented immigrants myself, I take great pride in our work, as it is led by undocumented people for undocumented people. And this is a crisis, but this is also a time for us to come together beyond our differences and build community through this collective struggle. As you may know, undocumented people have been exclusively left out from any federal economic aid. Many families are still being hunted down by ICE even during this pandemic, and many are fighting through COVID in immigration jails. We are in a tight spot, and we need your help to help us fight these injustices. Go to justicebeats.com today and donate to Movimiento Cosecha and other great organizations who are doing work to help oppressed communities during this time. Thank you.
That's the power of a rebel, to start a revolution, to topple down the system and crush the institution. I'm a writer for the causa, no time for a bosa. I'm sick of all these tired politicians, homie, basta. Nothing more than glorified tux-wearing mobsters. They don't know about this fucking life or what it cost us. All the glory be to God, but even God lost us.
Hey y'all, my name is Aluchi, and I'm the national organizer for BLMP, or the Black LGBTQIA Migrant Project. BLMP envisions a world without forced migration, where all Black LGBTQI people are free and liberated. We know that capitalism still exists. We know that homophobia, transphobia still exists, and we know that xenophobia still exists, and they all work together to isolate and marginalize our folks. We know that it's even worse now during the pandemic, and our specific community, meaning Black LGBTQ migrants and first generation folks, are deprioritized and left out of the conversation. Black people are not talked about when we're talking about the pandemic. And where Black people are the predominantly people that are dying due to this epidemic. I want to talk about detention a little bit and immigrant prisons, because we know that prisons are no place that we want our people to be. We know that a majority of prisons are Black people, and especially in immigrant prisons, we know that Black migrants spend 2 times, if not 3 times longer than non-Black migrants in immigrant detention. We also know that prisons are not safe for us. Prisons are not healthy. Prisons are not sanitized. Prisons are not clean. We've heard stories about not even having hand sanitizer, right? And being put not 6 feet apart from people. We have seen that people that are working in these immigrant prisons are going to work when they're COVID-19 positive. And we also know that the state does not care about people in detention or people in prison. So it's up for us to be able to advocate for those who are unable to advocate for themselves. What this fundraiser will do is it'll allow us to do that work and more. It'll allow us to give people resources who come out of immigrant detention centers. It'll allow us to give our people money who are part of underground economies because they don't have documentation, or because they lost their job because it was in the service industry or the retail industry. I'm thankful for everyone who's tuning in, and I want all of you to please go to justicebeast.com to donate to our communities and all of the communities that this event is supporting. Thank you so much again, and we'll see you later. Bye.